patience. Okay, it is a little after 4. Sorry about that. And it's the daily meeting of the Valley City Commission, and it is a special meeting. So we'll call the meeting to order. Please call the roll.
President Carlsruhe,
Here.
Commissioner Magnuson.
Here.
Commissioner Bishop.
Here.
Commissioner Erickson, Commissioner Gallman.
Here.
City Administrator Crawford. Here. City Attorney Martinick.
Okay, thank you. Please stand and join me for the pledge.
One nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, thank you. Well, we'll begin our meeting with our leadoff hitter. Rich.
Okay. So we'll start with our water report. The pool at these are numbers that I just took off just before this meeting, so they're up to date. The pool elevation at Lake Ashtabula is 1265.00. And the tailwater, the discharge is 4,030 CFS. The inflows into the lake at the current moment are 3,060 cubic feet per second. Up at Warwick, we are seeing 1,040 CFS. And so that's kind of still kind of hanging there, but it's slightly going down. That's good. At Cooperstown, we're at 1,760. So it's got a slow, but it's declining a little bit, which is nice. At Bald Hill Creek, we have 528 CFS. It had a slow decline, but now it's starting to round back up. Valley City has a stage of 16.47 and a flow of 4,550. So that would mean you have local inflows around 500 CFS right now. We had, as far as precip goes, the gauge that I was able to get information from is at Bald Hill Dam. And at Bald Hill Dam, we've had 9/10 of an inch of rain, which was measured at 3 p.m. today. Our operating plan is essentially the same as yesterday, but we're kind of going to have a little bit smaller step up in flows because you have, I think the rain came earlier and just a little bit more. So we want to wait till some of those local inflows vacate and then kind of step it up a little bit slower. But essentially we would get to that, around 5,500 like we were planning before, somewhere, around the 2nd or 3rd of May. We were trying to attain an additional 1 foot of storage at Lake Ashtabula, and we did because the pool elevation's at 1265. So that's means that we're tracking there. And we would, with this new, kind of step in it, that, we're using quite a bit of the 5 foot raise. We probably use up to 1270 or maybe a little above that. So that's what I have for a water report. Are there any questions from the commissioners?
Do we?
So you will be going up on the pool level, you figured to 1270?
Yeah, that's what the current plan looks like. Yep.
Mike, Dick,
Oh, good.
anyone? No? Go
Okay,
ahead.
and so today my crew we've been coordinating with Gwen, and there's been some trainings going on, so our geotechs have been putting on trainings for the levee walkers. And I think probably Gwen, or you're going to give a report on that, so I'm not going to go into that. And we are available for anything that should arise. And I think that we have our levies up at 20.5, ready for the 18.5 crest, which the Weather Service says is coming in, Monday or Tuesday. So that's looking good. And, according to the Weather Service forecast, that 17.5 feet that, there's some concern south of town might happen earlier. That's all I have. Thank you.
Thanks, Rich.
Yep.
Gwen?
So there is a training tonight yet at 6 PM that we are looking for volunteers to help with walking the levee. They will be patrolling it. It's not just sitting out there for 4 hours walking the whole time. There's different things, with driving, and yes, you do have to get out and walk some, but I just want to make sure there was some confusion out there that you'd have to be out there the entire 4 hours. The only thing that is required is you are required to go to the training first. They did go ahead and open up another training, so that'll be tomorrow at 11 AM at the fire hall. So if you are able there to make it tonight, and we know there's a lot of people going to the VCSU scholarship auction. So if you want to come tomorrow at 11 AM at the fire hall, there will be another training. And then we have different sign up sheets for people to do it. They're doing it in 4-hour increments, and you're allowed to do it up to 8 hours. But any of that kind of information or questions, please call the flood hotline. The other thing we're doing is we're taking volunteers to help answer the phone calls for the hotline during the weekend, during the days. And so if you want to call and help sign up for that, you don't have to answer any of the questions. We do that for you. It's just about recording messages and getting the information on a spreadsheet so we can take it from there. But again, if you'd like to help out with that as well, we would ask to call the flood hotline so we can get that taken care of. And right now I'm going to turn the rest over to Clint for the rest of the information. So.
Okay, Clint?
Okay, the rain is not helping us right now. I'm sure there's standing water all over the place. We are busting our butts out there. We have pumps, more pumps than we've ever had before running. It's gonna take a little while for these pumps to catch up. Systems are overloaded, so please be patient with us. We are doing what we can with what we have, and we are calling in more pumps. They will arrive shortly. So we are doing what we can. We just need a little break from the rain and get things to catch up a little bit.
The only other thing I would like you to explain is a lot of people are calling to say their storm sewers aren't draining, which
They are, and again, a lot of these storm systems, we've had to close the gravity flows, and we are trying to pump these. Pumping does not go as fast as gravity flows. So if you do see standing water, we do encourage you to call, but it is going to take longer to empty these storm sewers than it does with the sluice gates open and the gravity flows, but we are trying. Do I have any questions?
Guys, anything? Yep, thanks for your efforts, and it's pretty miserable out there today, so,
Thank you, guys.
okay. Okay, Sue?
Just real quick with the county, the guys were out this morning checking the bridges. There was some minor jams. They got those cleared up. The High Soaring Eagle Ranch has now moved into town. They got out of there this afternoon and moved their individuals into town. It's looking like, according to what I just looked at noon tomorrow, the river's supposed to be 1710. So I'm guessing mid-morning, those bridges are going to start to get closed down there, and we'll send out a Everbridge notification alerting the people in that area that it's going to happen. We got some pumps ready for the city today. They came and got them. Hopefully that'll help out. And then we have some people running out to Bismarck to pick up more pumps to bring to the town today. That's about it.
Okay, thanks, Sue. Any questions for Sue? Any questions in the audience? Okay, thank you. Phil? Okay, Carl.
I can just reiterate what Gwen said. We are looking for volunteers to walk the levees. The flood hotline is 890-7848. Training session tonight at 6 PM at the fire hall, and again tomorrow morning at 11 at the fire hall.
Okay, thanks, Carl. They're doing some announcements here. Yesterday, we let you know when Beck was running the meetings on the air. And today, information, CSI will be running commission meetings on channels 10 and 68, 24 hours a day until the next meeting. Scott,
Do you want to tell them where to go?
he does that on a regular basis.
We're not, no. Do you guys, would you like to tell everyone where to go for the train, like when they come to check in and that sort of thing?
Yeah, so what we did is our training sessions will still be in our training room, come in the regular doors of the fire station. If you're going to do the sandbit or the dike walking, please use the north door. We opened up a new side of the building, so everything will be over there. We'll have food, stuff like that, so you can stay warm. The guys that are working are welcome to come in. The door will be open. All the doors will be open for 24 hours a day. But yes, for the training session, it will be in the old part of the station. All the worker stuff will be in the north side.
Okay, Gwen, do you want to talk anything about water conservation? Or Clint, somebody?
I'm gonna go with Clint is not going to right now. The main thing that we need to know is that anything we can do to refrain from using water unnecessary, that's what we need to do right now. We've already called the car washes and been in contact with the laundry mats. So Commissioner Bishop has done those. And basically right now, it's just a matter of our master lift is doing its job, but we need to make it continue to do so. And it is working its rear end off just like all the people because of how much water is coming in. So it's just really important right now. Hold off doing your laundry. You don't have to do it today. Just hold off whatever you can to not make extra water going down. Do you have anything else to add to that?
No, you did pretty good, but yeah, we're getting to the point when that river rises, it's next to our master lift, so it's going to create some more groundwater, more hydraulic pressure against our system. So we are to a point where if you could conserve water at any and all costs would be helpful.
One thing that Kevin was really telling people, if you think taking a bath is to save water, it actually does not. You're better off taking a shower than a bath if you have to. But if you can wait, let's wait a day or so to take a shower.
Yeah.
And there was a good article, Kevin did the interview with the Times Record. That was a good article and informational if you can find it.
Okay, a quick shower. All right, anything further on water conservation? Thank you. Oh, and we didn't mention for Joe Public now, stay off the levees. They'll be slippery now. And one other thing, staying off the levees would say no fishing either. And there were people out fishing. So please don't, and it can be up to a $500 fine penalty for being on the levees. So please be safe and stay off the levees. Okay, is there any comments or questions from people in the audience today?
I do know that someone had asked if the school superintendent has any other updates, so I don't know if you would like to.
Is Josh here?
Nope. Okay.
He is not here, but he did send out an email this afternoon that
Come in. We're the only ones who can hear you when you're back there, Brian.
Mr. Johnson is not able to be here today. He did ask that I make sure to come and be a part. He did send out a communication that no new updates as far as school. So everything we had in place this week as far as busing or extra drop-offs at Washington School, Career Tech Center routes, everything is going to stay the same. He was very grateful for the communication the city and the county is having with us to make sure that our kids get to school as planned, as we're all expected. So nothing new coming now, but we do plan on having a pretty good conversation Sunday to see how this all reacts.
Okay, thanks, Brian. Any, Jessica, anything from BCSU? Okay, well, we've, everybody was working like crazy here a few days ago, and as things were put in place, the adrenaline flow falls a little bit, and we realize that we're tired, and so that's dangerous physically, and also when we get tired, the stress level works in there. I think Lombardi, remember Vince Lombardi? Of course. Okay. Said, fatigue makes cowards of us all, but the point in this is that, that we're all tired and a little bit stressed. If you're under pressure and you're going to talk to somebody, take a deep breath first so that we don't have things said that aren't intended. So with that, thanks everybody for all you do. And Jessica, you have to come up. Oh, yeah, people want to hear you. Oh, yeah, it's just fine. It's just part of the process.
Just wondering if we will be meeting at all over the weekend.
That's next on the
Oh,
agenda.
sorry.
Oh, that
Sounded
isn't
like
on
you were
this
going to
agenda.
adjourn. Okay.
It isn't on the agenda. It's on this other sheet. Okay. So that is the next thing on that group. Okay. The thought is that we only have one item on the finance agenda for next week, and thought that we could get that handled if we met at 4:30. Does that work for you guys? Instead of at 3:30, we'll just meet at 4:30. We'll have one item and go.
I think she's talking
question
about, are we
is
meeting
tomorrow.
the flood meetings?
Flood meetings,
Yeah.
we are having flood meetings, right?
Saturday and Sunday, 4 p.m.
Yep. Okay, misunderstood, sorry. So then back to the finance meeting.
4:30.
Okay, we'll set that for 4:30. Okay, and again, the emergency hotline is 701-890-7848. And now, there being no further business,
Actually,
there
if
is
Sue,
one.
I'm getting a couple messages. Sue, if you wouldn't mind coming up here, if they have questions about the Catherine Bridge, where would you like them to call?
Questions on the Catherine Bridges or the South Bridges, you can give me a call, 845-8510. My office phone rings into my cell phone as well. We'll be, like I said, giving an Everbridge notification to the people in that area. And just keep in mind that I can't give you an exact time because, as Rich said yesterday, water is in control and it could rain a lot and we'd have to do it in a half hour or maybe not have to do it. So just stay tuned to your Everbridge notifications that come through and we'll keep you updated that way.
Okay, and the number again, Sue?
845-8510.
Okay. Dewey?
Could you also tell them how to get in touch with Everbridge, so they get the notifications?
Sure. If you are not signed up for Everbridge notification, you can call our dispatch center 845-8181 and they will help you get registered so that you can get the notifications. Once again, you can call 845-8181 and ask to have some assistance getting signed up for Everbridge.
Very good, thank you. Now,
Maybe just one thing.
okay,
At the training at noon, there was a tremendous outpouring of support of volunteers. So it was a great training. The Corps of Engineers did a fantastic job about the process. So any volunteers out there training at 6 o'clock, but again, thanks those that came today. The place was packed. So
Yeah.
it just shows the community comes together in these types of events. And thank you.
and it is well done, and it's about 40 minutes, so it's not going to take your whole day. So it's good information succinctly presented, and I'd encourage you to attend. All right, there being no further business, now we will adjourn. Thanks, everyone.